about the swing state battle in the race for the White House as President Obama and the presumptive GOP nominee Mitt Romney get ready to map out their strategies for winning these all-important states. According to our next guest, there are 7 this year: Nevada, Colorado, Iowa, Ohio, New Hampshire, Virginia, and Florida. All of them colored blue on the map because all of them went to President Obama in 2008, but they are real toss-ups this time around. Larry Sabato is the director of the Center for Politics at the University of Virginia. He's been gazing into his crystal ball. You say that President Obama set sort of a high water mark for Democrats, modern Democrats, when he won the 2008 election with 365 electoral votes. Is he going to get that many this time around?
No. I would bet no. The crystal ball says no, John. Look, he's already lost 6 actually, just from the census. He's down to 359 simply because Democratic states lost electoral votes to Republican states because of the reapportionment that occurred after the census in 20.
All right, so let's take a look at those states again. New Hampshire is a prominent political state primarily because of its early primary. But this time around, New Hampshire and its 4 electoral votes, I mean a very small number, is going to be seeing all kinds of visits from the presidential candidates, I have a feeling.
Absolutely. It is one of the great swing states, even though it only has 4 electoral votes. Hey, 4 electoral votes can be an election, as we found out in that 2000 race between George Bush and Al Gore. And look, here's an interesting scenario for you, John, and we're going to talk about 100 scenarios between now and November. But suppose Barack Obama, President Obama, wins just the states where he did better than his average of about 53% in 2008. Guess how many electoral votes he has? 272, just 2 more than needed to win. Well, and New Hampshire is in that group. If you take New Hampshire away, he gets 268, Romney gets 270, that's the election. So even New Hampshire, with just 4 electoral votes, could end up being the pivot point of the election.
Usually Ohio is the state that sort of determines which party wins the presidency. You say this year it could be a different state. Why?
Well, I'm a little biased. I'm a native Virginian, but I think Virginia bids fair to be as important, maybe more important than Ohio. If you look at the map and you determine that this is going to be a close competitive election, as most believe in April, that's the conventional wisdom in April, then you look to a state that is clearly balanced between the 2 parties. Well, in 2008, Virginia, of the 50 states, was the closest to the national picture, the national average vote for both Barack Obama and John. If that continues, it would suggest that Virginia could be the pivot point again. Not New Hampshire, but Virginia. Not Ohio, but Virginia. As I said, we have a lot of scenarios, and we'll have plenty of time to play them all out before the election's over.
And I think last time I talked to you, we talked about who might be a vice presidential pick. Is that why a certain governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, Bob McDonnell, is being talked about as a potential vice president?
Absolutely. I think that's why Bob McDonnell's being discussed in Virginia. And if you go by the historical record, with Ohio being right 27 of the last 29 times, you consider Senator Rob Portman. And those 2 names are mentioned frequently, along with Senator Marco Rubio from Florida, another really important super swing state with the bonus of 29 electoral votes as opposed to Ohio's 18, and Virginia just has 13.
It will be fascinating. Thanks for watching it with us, Larry Sabato. We'll check in with you again soon.
Thanks, John.
Well, some new